Praise the Lord. Welcome to AIM. Guys, I'm here at my kitchen table today to have a chat with you guys and a story time. So, as you could see the title, I'm going to be looking at my phone, How We Quit Our Jobs and Moved to Ghana to Farm 2 years ago. Okay, guys, so what I want to do today is give you an overview, right, of our journey, an overview, so you guys can see how we transitioned from going to work every day. My husband worked 2 jobs for 23 years and going to work every day. I also worked and took care of the home, as well as worked plenty of overtime. There were a couple of years I was working like 7 days a week while going to school as well. So, we really worked hard, and we made the transition from working for someone else to coming here to Ghana and working for ourselves. So I want you guys to kind of get an overview of that, okay? And see how we're making ends meet, how we're able to sustain ourselves, how we're able to continue to cultivate the 50-acre farm and those types of things. So I'm going to give you guys a quick overview of how it all went down. So stay tuned all the way to the end to see if it's worth it. See if it's worth it, if we regret it. A lot of people come and go back. So see what the difference is. Okay, here we go. Our journey started in 2017 when we decided to purchase a piece of land in Ghana to prepare for us to build our retirement home. That was the original plan when we retire to come to Ghana, right? My husband wanted our daughter and I to experience Ghana for ourselves. So in January 2018, we took a trip to Ghana for the first time. It was my daughter, who was in her early 20s, and myself. We came. My husband wanted us to experience it for ourselves and not get, the treatment that we would get if he was along with us. So upon landing in Ghana, we were welcomed by our son and daughter, who took us through our whole trip, making sure we were able to accomplish everything we wanted and more. We had an amazing time here. And the first thing that I noticed was the magnificent opportunity here in Ghana to do business for yourself. Everybody is in business for themselves. There are certain jobs and things of that nature that people go to, but for the most part, they're in business for themselves. When I called my husband after the second or third day and asked him why we weren't in Ghana already, he said, "What do you mean?" And I began to explain to him the opportunities that I saw and told him that there are so many things we could do to earn income for ourselves here. And that now was the time that we had to start to get our feet on the ground and be able to start those businesses, not once we retire from our job, which was another 20 plus years. I went to visit the land here. We had already purchased 3 plots here at the mini farm, and we had already started to build. So we had the foundation in place and the slab was poured, right? So that's what was here. We came to visit the land and see how it was. As I arrived with the children, I knew it felt like home. It was a beautiful piece of property. And when I arrived back home, my husband and I started our discussion about moving back. So the last thing that they did before our trip was over was they started to put the blocks around the foundation, so it started to look like a home. But that was it. We didn't have, you know, too much built here, but it was enough to get a quick visual, right? So, like I said, when I arrived back home, my husband and I started our discussion about moving back. I wanted to do it right away, but he advised me that we had to take our time and plan very well. You can't just up and move to Ghana without an income source, without having a place to stay, especially. So we had to make sure that we finished what we had intended to do here. I had no choice but to go along with his plan, which in turn ended up being the best thing that we could have done. My husband had a 5-year plan that would enable us to be situated well, so we wouldn't have to go back to the States to work and then come back. I was on board with his plan, but also pushing for us to go sooner. We cut out all extra spending and put all of our money into building our home. Then it came time when the housing market was very good for sellers. We sold our house, which helped us to finalize our building project, ship our things, and position us to prepare for our move. An opportunity came for me to take my retirement without penalty, and we jumped on it. We had been looking for farmland to buy, but we were looking more along the line of 20 acres or so. But when that opportunity came, there also came an opportunity for us to purchase 50 acres, which is what we did. We were able to plant coconut around the borders and also put some plantain seedlings on the land. A time came when we planted a second row of coconut around the borders. We didn't know what we were going to do with the 50-acre farmland yet, but we knew that coconut would produce and it would give us something to earn some money with, right? 50 acres all around the border, having 2 rows of coconut will give you something. And then the plantain was there for a more short-term investment. Let's see where I was. Okay, our goal was to plant something that would bring income and sustain us while we were in Ghana. In May of 2021, we had sold our house and moved into an apartment, shipped our things, and continued preparing for our move. We paid off our vehicles to prepare them for shipping. We also gathered some other items as we were able to make our transition easier. We both purchased certain items. So that we wouldn't be spending money on them, since we were shipping a container anyway. So there were certain items that we had purchased, like laundry soap, dish soap, paper towels, toilet paper, tissues, bar soap for showering, shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, lotion, toothpaste, you know, all those kinds of things. We purchased what we could as it would come on sale or whatever, and then we packed it and shipped it with our container, so that when we got here, though, at least those items that we worked for the money and we got the money and paid them just to make sure we didn't leave space in our shipping container. And also that when we came here, we know we will be buying things, but at least some few things, rice included, tomato paste, those few things like that, that we didn't have to purchase right away. And some of that stuff lasted a year. And some of it, like the bar soap, the tissues, we don't use it like that. Some of the toothpaste and things like that, we're still using them, right? They haven't expired and we're still using them. So it saved us some money. So finally, the time came that I had to quit my job 1 month before our move here. Yep, the time came that I quit my job. So I was preparing, I was spending time, valuable time with my grandson, and also preparing some other things, going to Goodwill, going to the thrift stores, going to different places and purchasing items for us to ship. Like I said, we didn't want to leave the container empty, right? We didn't want to leave any space in the container. We were paying for the whole container and we wanted to pack it well. So I was going around getting things that would be good here, books and kids things and our things and whatever it was that would make our transition easier and that would help us when we got here to be able to bring a little bit of income until we got our feet on the ground with other streams of income. So the bicycles and things like that, we were able to sell. We were able to sell some other battery charger things and just different things that we purchased. So, yeah, that was a good time, Then the day finally came when our second container was to be packed and shipped. We filled it with everything we wanted to take, including our cars and truck. We were in a very empty apartment with just a mattress on the floor, the dining table and chairs, and a few essential items and clothing. And some things that we were leaving behind, that our daughter was going to have. Yeah, so then the day came when we left for Ghana. It was so exciting and a little bit sad because we were leaving behind our daughter and grandson and our church family. But we had to be the pioneers. Sometimes, guys, you have to take the first step, right? And it's a big step. It's a huge step, but you have to pave the way for others. We arrived in Ghana before our shipping container. So we had shipped one car on the first shipping container that was already here. The boxes and everything were here around in the house. And we had shipped a car for our son that is here for him to do business with, like Uber and stuff. And so we had that here. Our son had that here. And he was helping us get all of our things in order. He took us around everywhere, guys, everywhere we needed to go. Ghana card, Sims card, internet. We got DSTV hooked up. We got a house phone. We got all the things we needed. He was the one to take us around and help us maneuver through those places. My husband was born in Ghana, but had been gone almost 30 years. So things changed a lot. Yeah, so he took us around and all of that. And then when the time came for our next container to come, he was right there and got a crew of wonderful young men together, and they helped us with the second container when it arrived. But that's a story for another day. Yeah, so when I got here, I had the whole shipping container that we originally shipped. So that had enough stuff here for us to get going, right? We had a 4-bedroom 3.5 bath house in the States. We had riding mower, we had push mower, we had yard equipment, we had all those kinds of things, right? So we had all that stuff here, and then we had some of our clothes and things that we knew we would need when we first came. We had kitchen things. So all of that stuff had to be unpacked, cleaned, and put away. So that's what I was doing until the next shipping container came. It was a lot, guys. I washed clothes by hand for a little over a month until our other shipping container got here with the washing machines. So yeah, a lot of work. When we came here, we had, I believe it was 3 goats, a couple of chickens, and Subain was here, the dog. That was it. My husband had gone to the poultry farm where our mentor is and purchased 15 chickens, which he thought he was purchasing hens, but he purchased roosters. They thought he wanted roosters, so he went back and he got 15 more. So the 15 he got this time were laying hens. And that's how our poultry business started. We were just going to see how it went. We wanted eggs, fresh eggs for ourselves, so we could supply that. And we were just checking it out. So one thing led to another, and then we got 300 chickens, and that is where we had our pen built down there already before we came. Our goal was to raise pigs, because pigs can produce very fast, and the market was there, and it was supposed to be able to make us a lot of money, which it still would, but the money you have to put into the pigs is more than the poultry. So we shifted a bit on that once we got here, saw the lay of the land, and started investigating. We shifted to the poultry business, and it was a very good thing to do. So we had the pen fixed for poultry and brought the 300 here, and we're still with the chickens now, and they're still producing eggs, and we are able to have an income from that. We're able to also start on our next set of birds once these birds are done laying. So that is one of the streams of income we have, right? We've also began to work in planting in the farm, right? As soon as we got here, I think it was 3 days maybe after we got here, we took a trip to the 50-acre farm to see how things were going. We had already, like I said, had 2 rows of coconut planted there, which they're not producing yet. That's for future. And we also had plantain, which has been producing. So we had the plantain there planted. Then we proceeded to evaluate the farm and see what we will do. And you guys have seen that progression, right? We've been showing that on the channel. If you haven't seen it, you can go back to the channel and check out the 50-acre farm updates and videos. Maybe in the future we'll do one video that lets you know how we progressed to get to where we are. It's been 2 years, guys. It's been 2 years. And there is no way I could have thought that we would have been able to accomplish what we've accomplished in 2 years. So how much more you guys, if you are able to come, if you want to do the same thing, we have already been boots on the ground and we've already done it. So we're here. That's a service we offer to help you go further faster. And that's our desire. We want you to go further faster if that's what you want to do. So yeah, we'll talk about that in another video. But we have gotten some income from the farm, and the farm is now starting to produce income so that it can sustain itself. We're not quite there yet. The chickens are helping us to sustain the farm, right? And sustain us here, the egg production. We also, like I said, when we first came, we had some items that we knew would sell. We did our research, and some items we knew would sell. Bicycles sell really well here. We had some little car charger things. We had some other items that we had that we were able to sell. That helped us in the beginning, right? Of course, we had some savings in the beginning as well, right? Those things have helped us be able to sustain ourselves. We have offered services because people have reached out to us and wanted to purchase land near us. They wanted to come and visit, right? And be able to be taken around and going to various places without being cheated, right? Because it's just a mindset. People think you have a lot of money because you come from the States. The same way we are sold a different mindset about how Africa is, right? And I'm just gonna let you know that it's misconceptions on both sides, right? So you want somebody to take you around that's going to show you the ropes, that's going to teach you how to fish, right? We don't want to always have a service that we're always handing you fish and you paying us. We want to teach you how to go and catch the fish yourself. So that's our goal. If you come here and book our transportation services, right? It comes with a driver, and it comes with a lot of information. So if you're planning on doing that, guys, pay attention, right? Ask questions. The driver is there. He is there to help you. He is there to help you navigate a new country. He is there to show you how things work, right? So pay attention. Because it's not going to be always that you want to book transportation. You want to be able to know how to maneuver on your own, right? Right. So that is what we offer. We also offer to help you purchase legitimate land that is near us, or farmland, or land near a small town for residents, right? These are some of the services that are offered. We're offering services as they're needed. Some people want us to go and look at their projects and make sure the project is going on well. Sometimes it's good to have somebody go and check your project out with eyes from a different perspective, right? Those who understand how we have things in the States, and those who understand how things are done in Ghana, right? That can ask you the question, this thing, we normally have it here in the States, but in Ghana they put it here. Would you like it here, or would you like it there, right? Not saying one place is right and another place is wrong, but sometimes you're used to certain things when you've been in the States for so long, or if you've always been in the States, and they do things different here. So sometimes just a conversation about that, eyes that will see that, you know, so those are some of the services we offer. So these are some of the ways that we are able to sustain ourselves here and keep growing and growing our businesses. Another way, and this way is not for everybody, but another way is by growing some of our own food and raising some of our own animals. Well, we raise all of our own animals, right? our protein sources, right? And we have eggs, so we don't have to go and purchase eggs, right? We have the mini farm garden, right? So that mini farm garden is providing food for us. I don't buy garden eggs, I don't buy pepper, I don't buy tomatoes, unless I want a few fresh tomatoes when the tomatoes aren't in season, right? So these are some of the ways that we sustain ourselves here. There are multiple ways that you can do that, right? Multiple ways. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick overview of our journey, of how it is that we sustain ourselves here in Ghana, that we have not had to move back, right? A lot of people come, they live on holiday, and they think they can go out to the mall all the time, go out to expensive restaurants all the time. It's expensive to eat out. If you want to live your American lifestyle here, it's very expensive. You better come correct with your money, or have a very good source of income coming in, right? We are not retirement age. We're in our mid to late 50s. It will be 20 more years before we could even think about getting our retirement, right? Because now it's 72 or 70 something, right? So it's gonna be a while. I'm not counting on that. We are putting our things here. Our 401k is here, invested. So that is how we are doing. We don't make money online. I don't make money online. The money from the AdSense is minimal right now. We would love the money from YouTube to be there, that it could sustain us, but guys, to be honest with you, it's not. This channel is to get the information that I wish I had out there to you guys. I'm not one to normally be on camera or anything like that, but you see, the Lord has led me to definitely do this. It's a service that I wanted, and I didn't have it. So I hope you guys are appreciating the work and the sacrifice that goes into this channel. There are avenues for you to give, as far as super thanks and stuff, and those of you who have, I really appreciate it. It humbles me, and I don't want to get emotional, so I'm not gonna stay on that subject for too long, but just know you have touched a place deep in my heart, and I appreciate you. But as far as AdSense and all of that kind of stuff, we don't make money from there. So one thing I would say to you, if you're planning your move, right? Try to find some way online to make money to earn US dollars, right? While you're there, set it up and start working it. Try to find out. There's all different ways to do that. You can search on YouTube University and you guys can check it out. But it would definitely be beneficial. I wish I would have really prioritized that when I was in the States. Like maybe teaching English as a second language to somebody, or I don't know. There's so many different ways of earning money online, right? So check that out. That would be definitely beneficial. But internet can be sketchy. Internet jobs can be kind of sketchy, right? If crisis hits or anything like that, you don't want to just be sustained by an outside source of income. That's why it's really, really good to get into anything to do with farming, right? No matter what is going on in the world, everybody has to eat, right? Everybody has to eat. So check into that. That would be my suggestion to you. If you guys are following this channel at all, I'm pretty sure you like farming and raising your own animals. And let's see what else I had for you guys. Yeah, I just skipped over all of that. I think I covered it though. Yeah, when we moved here, okay, there's where I need to start. When we moved here, we didn't move here with income coming from outside. And we did take all of our 401k, all of it, and invested it here, right? So you remember way back when so many people lost all their money? Yeah, that was difficult. We don't have to worry about that, right? Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I covered that, growing and raising your own food as a stream of income. So here, another way we save money is that this home is completely paid for, right? If your money is correct, you can also install solar, which was way, way more expensive back when we built our home. That might be something we will do in the future, but for right now, you know, we are on ECG and we also have a backup generator if we need it. But solar is also definitely a good investment, but have a backup, because solar isn't foolproof. It can go wrong. Something can happen to it, right? It's a system, so it can have a fault, or a battery can go out, or anything can happen, so have a backup. Our vehicles are paid off. We don't have any car payments, right? We pay registration and insurance once a year. That's it. Pay for gas and maintenance. There are places you can get your car maintained comparable to the US, right? So those things. Yeah, so basically the possibilities are endless here in Ghana. It's a developing country and it needs your set of skills, right? What is it? You don't even know, probably, because you're so used to going and making someone else rich. That's why they get richer and you stay the same, right? Your bills go up, but your pay doesn't, right? So what I would say is start thinking about it. What could you do? The first thing you should do definitely is invest in some property, because land prices are going up, not yearly. About every quarter, the property prices are going up. When we purchased our land here, compared to what it costs now, we could only buy one plot, and we have 4, and we would have to add money. So probably we could buy about 2/3 of a plot. If we use the money we used to purchase the 4 plots, if we used it now to purchase land here, we could probably not even purchase a whole plot, right? Land prices are going up. Even farmland prices are going up. So make sure you do your due diligence. That would be my first suggestion to you, is get your hands on some property. And you don't have to know how you're gonna do all the things. But if you purchase the property, you won't regret it, right? Have a plan. Begin with the end in mind. Know what you want your life to look like in the future. Some people like sitting at the store all day and waiting for people to come and purchase products from them. That's an option, right? That's an option. If you can get something where you're earning US dollars, that's an option too. Then you could start your little garden, you could start your chickens, or whatever it is you want to do to earn income. There are so many endless ways I don't even know about. Anywhere somebody complains about something, it's an opportunity. And the fact that you understand about good customer service and you understand about good quality and giving people a good value, that will set you apart. That will set you apart from everyone else. So that is my encouragement. I hope I covered everything. I hope I didn't miss anything. If you are interested in seeing if this journey might be for you, or if you're interested in moving to Ghana or visiting Ghana, feel free to contact us. Go to our website, aaimcs.com. Go to the contact us page. Contact my husband, Maxwell Mensah, on WhatsApp, okay? Download WhatsApp if you don't have it. Contact him and inquire about purchasing land. You'll have to be very careful about purchasing land here in Ghana, okay? It's a different country. Things work differently. So let's have a conversation. You want to make sure your utilities are close by. You want to make sure building materials are close by. You want to make sure what you can do on a piece of land. You want to make sure it's legitimate. You want to make sure that the one who's selling it to you is really that person. You want to make sure that that person has the right to sell it to you. You want to make sure there are no liens on the land, right? And like I said, you want to make sure utilities are close by. You want to make sure you can access your property without a big giant 4x4 truck that still bottoms out, right? Some roads are impassable during rainy season. So be very careful, guys. Be very, very careful when you're looking out there. Look for these things. Ask these questions, okay? So if you guys are interested, feel free to contact my husband and he will have a conversation with you and let you know the steps, the process, and the cost, location of lands, and all that good stuff. If you guys are interested where we are at, we're on the outskirts of Accra in the Ga West District. We are close to Amasaman. We're in between Amasaman and Nsawam. Okay, so we're close to the Eastern Region border. And if you guys are interested in anything else, check out the map on the Contact Us page of our website. You can zoom it out, zoom it back in, see where we are in this big giant world of ours. And I think I'm gonna let you go at that. Let me know any questions you guys have. I'll try to compile them together and possibly make another video. If there's anything I left out, I'll be watching back through the video myself and taking notes. And if there's anything I left out, we'll try to get another one out for you guys. But I think these sit down videos are really important, and trying to be mindful and making time to do them. Sit here in my kitchen with you, and it's not top quality production, but I think the information is very valuable, and I hope it will help and encourage somebody. Guys, we are no millionaires. We were not rich. We did not have tens of thousands of dollars in the bank waiting for us to do all this stuff. We scrimped and saved and cut costs and paid down and borrowed and paid down again and sold our house, and we did so many things, guys, to be able to get to where we are today. So don't be discouraged if you don't see how you could possibly do it. Don't be discouraged. If this is something that the Lord really wants you to do and something that is the desire of your heart, I really believe that you'll be able to make it happen. And if you need some help, we're here. We offer services that will help you, that will guide you, that will help you avoid costly mistakes that many people have made by not getting proper trusted help. So we are here, and that's our desire. We want you to succeed. So contact us if you need that. Let me know in the comments. We'll do a follow-up video if we need to. And until next time, God bless you.